I be praising Jesus Christ while the bass.
Tiptoeing in my J's, John, I got a lot to say. Old woman passed away, Jesus raised me from that grave. I'm gonna keep praising while I'm stepping in stride. It's all about Jesus, I've been bought with that price. Bouncing my head to that 808 drum. Got that living H2O, won't you come and get you some? Talking from the sidelines, you don't know about me. I'm in Florida sunshine, man, I'm clean and set free. And I be praising Jesus while that bass hits. About to break through, I can taste it. Give it to him and let go of your past. Get you some peace and quit living so fast. It's nothing about me and it's all about him. It's power in the blood and forgiveness of my sin. His love breaks through while that bass goes boom. He died and he rose, he left death in that tomb. Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit.
Gonna tell the truth when they love it or hate it.
Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit.
Gonna tell the truth when they love it or hate it. Old school body slam, call me Hulk Hogan. I'm back on the mic, gotta keep this thing going. Got a smile on my face, cause Jesus saved my soul. Call me Pony Boy, cause I always stay golden. I'm back on my grizzly bear, you know I ain't stopping. Go hard like a 1992 Dennis Rob. Putting demons in the coffin. You hating and you plotting. I'm still out here pushing hope. Man, miss me with the gossip. You bragging about your chains while I praise the chain breaker. Jesus in your post, put your life reflect Satan. I'm talking about his love and nothing but the blood. You can only see the change when you give the world up. You can front, you can fake, you ain't fooling me, dog. And you can talk behind my back, man, I'm cool with it all. But this is real talk, all glory to God. And I'm gonna keep praising Jesus. I don't know about y'all, but I'm
praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit.
Gonna tell the truth when they love it or hate it.
Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit.
Gonna tell the truth when they love it or hate it.
Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit.
Gonna tell the truth when they love it or hate it.
Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit. Praising Jesus Christ while the bass hit.
Gonna tell the truth when they love it or hate it.
Yeah, brother.
Yes. Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit. Bass! Praising Jesus Christ while that bass hit. Man, oh man. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is around 8:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, and you are listening to, again, your man Orlando Presentz. We're just sitting back, relaxing, man, waiting on the 9 o'clock hour, because I'm going to be chopping it up with my bro, with my mans, Mr. Dre Knows. That's right. You just got through listening to Bass Hit by Resilient Hope. Resilient Hope. No, Relentless Hope. Oh my goodness, man. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. I had too many peppermint pat York peppermints or whatever over here. So forgive me. But it's all good. Man, I'm just having a great time here. I'm telling you, sitting here listening to Relentless Hope, and that joint was banging, bass hit. Once again, make sure y'all go check that out. And once again, like I said, man, the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be chopping up with my man Dre Knows. If you don't know Dre Knows, I don't even know, man. I don't know what to tell you. So you get to know that brother a little bit more. The brother's a dope producer. He has produced for a lot of names in CHH. So we're just going to chop it up tonight, man. We're going to have some fun and chop it up. So until then, let's jump into some more music here by an artist that I did have the pleasure in interviewing, Virtuous. So make sure y'all go get her album. Her album Life is out right now. And we're going to listen to a track off of that called Long Ride. So yes, yes, yes. Let's get it. Let's go. This is Orlando Presents on RYC Praise News Music Group, where music is therapy. Also, check out Quake Radio and the Devout Jamcast. That's right. Let's get it.
ATL with another.
Yeah, I'm in for the long haul. Winter, spring, summer, fall. These walls keep crashing in. Wanna break the box now. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long haul. Winter, spring, summer, fall. These walls keep crashing in. Wanna break the box now. I wanted to just give and call it quits. Cause in my mind that would have been the easiest. But that was just the life of the enemy. So glad I didn't believe it. God is good for real. God is good even when my feelings don't feel it. Even when life throw things my way, they have me questioning every little thing. I'm staying on this path, I'm staying in my lane. Cause going back might look good, but going forward is gonna be great. I'm in for the long haul. Winter, spring, summer, fall. These walls keep crashing in. Wanna break the box now. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long haul. Winter, spring, summer, fall. These walls keep crashing in. Wanna break the box now. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long ride. Filling up my face tank, got a ways to go, close to empty. And I ain't tryna break down on this road. I know the value of preparation. So here I go, affirmations. Here I go, changing my mindset. Here I go, reading and praying. Here I go, got support with me. Each day I get to choose the nature that I'm gonna walk in. How I'ma speak when I am challenged. How I'ma move when fear creeps in. How I'ma handle the conflict when I'm fighting restlessness. If I'm gonna give it to laziness, if I'm gonna use some discipline, I'm in for the long haul. Winter, spring, summer, fall. These walls keep crashing in. Wanna break the box now. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long summer, fall. These walls keep crashing in. Wanna break the box now. I'm in for the long ride. I'm in for the long ride. Long ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Once again, that was Virtuous off of her dope hit album Life. That was Long Ride, man. Make sure y'all go check out these artists, man. They really put their all into it, and man, that joint is dope. This is Fading by William Keith Stars. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. I could be on top of the world again. Just hold on to his unchanging hand. Be a part of the plan that he laid out. Live life up till it fade out. Fading away. Fading away.
Give me 5 words with a meaning. Over 10,000 tongues when it sound like screaming. Scenes from the nightlife, whole team glimmering the keys. Both room and a whip for the evening. Midnight air when I breathed in. Feel the devil's breath on my neck like he leaned in. Got her too high, hit a tailspin. Want nobody in the pit with me when I fell in. Caught a L in, jailed in. Back home in the same clothes with the same phone. Nobody called, just the same old. But my cut to stay down, that's my road dog. Some text back just to say no. Where the rest done went, only Lord knows. Hell don't feel like home, but they say we live in it, I'ma leave it alone. I can't condone all these religious fasts. Catholics can't confide in Baptists. Baptists can't coincide with other Baptists. Some say that faith is the virtue of passion. I let you ask him, it all traces back to be one God. The only difference is the name we call on. But you gon' pick the knee you get to fall on. We know we'll be alright cause they all wrong.
I could be on top of the world again. Just hold on to his unchanging hand. Be a part of the plan that he laid out. Live life up till it fade out. Fading fading away, fading, fading, fading away. I could be on top of the world again. Just hold on to his unchanging hand, be a part of the plan that he laid out. Live life up till it fade out, fading, fading, fading away, fading, fading, fading away.
Am I more like Will or MJ? Or is it more like Kobe in his heyday? Truth is, that's really hard to say, cause when you say by grace, you get greater every day. The longer I stay, it's the longer I pray and go stronger. My faith getting harder to break. They like they can't begin to believe in the God they can't see. That's like trying to get juice out of seed. Or you could be the one that's planted by streams, yielding the fruit of your dreams. They only heed when they viewing your streams. They don't see the vision given to kings. And she don't understand what it take to be queen, so I intervene. I gotta fall in the gap. Mama be praying her baby ain't going back secular, cause I'm putting Christ in the trap. Cause they got a target that hang on their back. When they painted the bullseye, they colored it black. Raise up a child in the way they come back to the Lord. That's the only thing keeping them going. I can't reform with the enemies torn, but a new life will come when the spirit's reborn. Out of the dirt I was drawn, until I return to it, I gotta turn to him, feeling like
I could be on top of the world again. Just hold on to his unchanging hand, be a part of the plan that he laid out. Live life up till it fade out, fading, fading, fading away, fading, fading, fading away. I could be on top of the world again. Just hold on to his unchanging hand, be a part of the plan that he laid out. Live life up till it fade out, fading, fading, fading away, fading, fading, fading away.
Angel on the track.
30, 30, 30, 30.
I think I've heard of him.
I was raised in the mud, washed in the blood by the Lord, oh God Almighty. All the bridges are burned, my life was turned by the one true God that's holy. I went down to the river to be baptized in that old dirty water. He saved my life. If you wanna know just who I live for, this country boy lives for the Lord. We didn't have much growing up, but we loved what we had, and didn't try to complain so much. One time it seemed so bad, we couldn't care less, because we knew that the Lord was watching our backs. That's how I was raised, to give thanks and praise. And every day I thank you, Lord, for the family that raised me. And every time I slipped and fell, you always forgave me. I was raised in the mud, washed in the blood by the Lord, oh God Almighty. All the bridges are burned, my life was turned by the one true God that's holy. I went down to the river to be baptized in that old dirty water. He saved my life. If you wanna know just who I live for, this country boy
live for the Lord.
I read that good book, every word on every page. He gave me freedom when I was locked up in a cage. And now I live for him, cause I know he died for me. I was a lost soul and he gave me identity. And God saved my life, and now I live through Christ. So let this light of mine shine bright for every eye. I was a miracle, dead and gone and in the grave. He breathed life in me, my fear is gone, I'm not a slave. And every day I wake up and I thank him for the day, for every breath I had and every scar he took away. I was raised in the mud, washed in the blood by the Lord, oh God Almighty. All the bridges are burned, my life was turned by the one true God that's holy. I went down to the river to be baptized in that old dirty water. He saved my life. If you wanna know just who I live for, this country boy lives for the Lord.
Man, I'm telling you, that is my brother Levi, man. Whoo! If you want to know who I live for, the city boy lives for the Lord. Hey! Man, I'm just having a good time over here. Don't mind me, y'all. Shoot. If you can't party by yourself, there's a problem. I'm telling you, I love me. So, hey, let's get it. Next up is a brand new joint by my man Go Ye. Yeah. Let's get it, Go Ye, to Who It May. Yeah.
Headhunter on the beats, lead them to the cross. I came from the streets, recognizing heart and soul. Diligent with a piece, the army taught me well. Went a little crazy, not myself, ended up in the cell. Go ye, I'm tired of living in hell. Time to clash the titans and rap together, drink from the well. Meaning our lyrics influence life and spiritual wealth. Testifying through Christ to be delivered from myself. Still out here living with the flesh though. One false move could take me back to my old self. Multiple sclerosis is the reason that I smoke, dying slow, but God filled me up with a new hope. People mad cause I speak it how it is, but trust and believe I lay my life down to serve his purpose. That will be done as long as this hope lives. Serving God using his dope gifts. Use it. To whom it may concern, officially put on notice. This product that would be rocking, we do it for a purpose. Testify to the public, show them we were worthless until God gave us a purpose. So we gon' praise Yahweh till we can't no more. We owe you everything, God. We love you, Lord. Hear our cries as we declare you, Lord. Take the Bible and use it as a sword. Big game. This is the sound of that big game. God's guiding our ministry. Praise and worship with the big game.
To him it may concern, take this as a warning. Got the troops together, yo, we coming in storming like Doom indeed. Nice, born again, living twice. Redeemed at the cross cause Jesus Christ paid the price. Walked away from that trife life, nightlife. I was sightless, I had to kill the noise like Midas. Now I'm deeply rooted upright like a cypress. Part of the blessings of those who are walking righteous. 66 clips ready with the red dot. Enemy moves, I'm making polka dots like buckshots. He drops, I write a book, make a movie on the spot. I see you standing, choosing it in front of the red box.
To whom it may concern, officially put on notice. This product that would be rocking, we do it for a purpose. Testify to the public, show them we were worthless until God gave us a purpose. So we gon' praise Yahweh till we can't no more. We owe you everything, God. We love you, Lord. Hear our cries as we declare you, Lord. Take the Bible and use it as a sword. Big game. This is the sound of that big game. God's guiding our ministry. Praise and worship with the big game.
Holy Trinity, I run with a power team. Solid like a rock tower, so I ain't gotta leave. I set up shop, I can't blow like I'm Saladin. I'm Panthro black, his banner's white like it's sour cream. A true believer, that's exactly who I'm trying to be. I owe it to him cause he blessed me in my dire need. Without his mercy, no idea the place that I would be. He and I are stuck together like we Siamese. That's why we big. No more blank facing it. I'm ice grilling, shank steak, cantankerous. I give thanks Christ drained his blood bank for us. We have him bound like we riding on that angel dust.
To whom it may concern, officially put on notice. This product that would be rocking, we do it for a purpose. Testify to the public, show them we were worthless until God gave us a purpose. So we gon' praise Yahweh till we can't no more. We owe you everything, God. We love you, Lord. Hear our cries as we declare you, Lord. Take the Bible and use it as a sword. Big game.
Woo! Oh my goodness, man! I'm telling you, that joint went in. That joint went in. Beer gang. Yeah, man, I got hype off of that. But I'm about to slow it down just a little bit until my man's call in. So this is The Perfect Woman by my sister, Danielle Speaks. She's out on the Extreme Tour 2022 right now. So, yeah, let's go.
God has blessed me. Living my dreams is true.
bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you. Can't wait till we say I do. Living of my dreams is true. God bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you. Can't wait till we say I do.
Oh Lord, man of God, looking real fly. Not just a physical spirit, man, it's on high. Oh my, I pray to you, Lord, to show me who He is. Not just anyone could be the father of my kids. So I went to the throne room. My desires, Lord, I just give them all to you. He said, be still, don't rush, be cool. There's a few things that I need to straighten in you. So God keeps chiseling, knocking off the rough edges, His creation. I keep adding on, He keeps taking off, telling me follow His plan, cause He's the boss. He sure put in a lot of work, so our future together, it must be superb, as He outstrengthened you. That's what a helpmate is supposed to do, yeah.
Man of my dreams is true. God bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you. Can't wait till we say I do. Man of my dreams is true. God bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you. Can't wait till we say I do.
Lord, you brought him when his sister wasn't looking. No doubt he's the one and I'm submitted. So glad I waited, no rush. Now only death can separate us. Ha. God bless me, He gave me you. And when trouble comes, you'll see us through. Not perfect, but in God, there ain't nothing we can do. Love God over me, I choose God over you. To have and to hold, from this day forth. For better, for worse, for richer or for poor. In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish. From this day forth. Oh my God.
Man of my dreams is true. God bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you. Can't wait till we say I do. Man of my dreams is true. God bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you. Can't wait till we say I do.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together in the sight of God to join together this man and woman in holy matrimony. Will you take this bride to be your wedded wife?
I do.
Will you take this groom to be your wedded husband?
Man of my dreams is true. God bless what's between us two. Waited so long for you.
Dre Knows.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now. We got my mans in the left corner weighing at 1,000 pounds of heavy beats. Mr. Dre Knows.
What's good? What's good? How you living, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. I cannot complain whatsoever, man. I can't. I really can't. You know, if I did, I think you gotta probably strike me right now. I can't. Word.
I feel the same way, my guy.
Hey,
everything good.
It's all good, man. Even though I know what city you repping, let the folks out there that's been living underneath rocks, you know, what city are you repping, bro?
Oh, we in the same city, man. Same state, VA. You know, right now in Petersburg.
Okay.
But I'm from Chester. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chester.
All right. The brother, man, we gotta hook up one day. We gotta find a mid spot or something. You know,
facts, man. We been should have linked up, bro.
Yeah, you right.
And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You got an 804 area code like me. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta link, man.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot, I gotta introduce you to some of the fellas out there that get this. They shout out to golly, look at that. When I'm trying to show love, I can't even remember the name. But anyway,
so many people.
Exactly, it's another radio station, but it's out there in Tappahannock.
Oh yeah, that's where Chris Brown from.
Yeah. There's a radio station out there in Tappahannock. Shoot, man, I bet you I'll remember it after the show, but that's all right. I'll look it up in a minute. But there's a radio station out there, and they got it going on out there, man. Introduce you to the fellas out there. They got a producer studio and everything out there and stuff. So you might be able to, work with them a little bit, do some stuff. So. But,
I'm all about networking. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, most def. But man, Let me let the folks know about you a little bit, man. This brother here, I'm telling you, he's very modest to a point. He'll flex on you when he really needs to, but a lot of times he doesn't need to because he has folks like myself and all his other family and friends and everything out there that will flex for him. So that's how he's walking in humility like that. So this brother has did production for a lot of CHH artists that you probably wouldn't even be thinking that he did production for. Go ahead and name some names, man. Go ahead. I give you permission to go ahead and flex on me tonight, bro. Go ahead. Take out the the short sleeve shirt, the one that you usually wear when you want to show your arms and everything. Don't act like you ain't got one. Every man has one in his closet. So.
Hey, true life, true life. Sometimes you gotta pull that joint out.
Yeah. But go ahead, man. Let the folks know who you've been doing some work for.
A little bit of people that I work with, Dayton. Um, I work with Shawan, Eshawn Burgundy. Um, I like introduced Monster Tarver to the world with a track with Dayton. Like that's a former WWE star turned Christian rapper now. Um, Charlene Nash. It's a lot of people. I don't really be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but I really don't even be thinking about who I produce for.
Man, you need to
But
put it
it's
together
quite a
like
few. I produce for Mike Sarge. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's a broad list. You know what I'm saying? It's just I just can't like think about off top. But later on, you know what I'm saying? It'll come to me.
Right.
But
Hey, bro.
like you said, it's a broad list.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Every time I turn around, you're kind of like um. See, I don't know why I keep having this brain freeze tonight, but there's a female producer, and you probably know who she is. Ravo. Ravo.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
thinking of. Ravo.
We had
You're
work on the same project.
okay. Yeah, you're kind of you remind me kind of like a Ravo. Ravo, you wouldn't know who she produces for if you didn't like directly ask her or if that particular artist didn't say anything because she keeps it low key so much that it's like, are you still working? But then
Yeah, out of
bam,
nowhere.
exactly. Then bam, a project comes out and it's like Ravo. I'm like, there she is. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's still working out here.
Yeah. I had a chance to interview her a couple of times, man. She's real cool, real cool. Doing her thing and still working. I believe she's still working, but I see her pop up on Facebook every now and then. She drops some gems and then she dips out. So I'm guessing she's just so busy. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have time, which that's not a bad thing, most definitely.
Of course. Get to the
Um,
bag.
Yep, man, come on, man. Most
You
definitely,
got
bro.
to.
So you have a special announcement, or you just wanted to come on and chop it up with your boy? What you missed me or something? I'm starting to get teary eyed over here.
Yeah. Nah, it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, just speaking and updating. Like I'm still working as well. Um like I'm working on an EP, but like I've been working on this EP for a long time. Like I've thrown away tracks, given away tracks, like I don't know, I'm such a perfectionist, and then like I'll take a long break from music, and then I'm like, I don't want the music to go like dead. So like I'll just get a track to somebody, like I'll have like an artist or two get on a track, you know, like how I'll be dropping singles and stuff, and
Yeah.
I might get a track to like one of the artists instead of me dropping it because I know I'm a procrastinate. But like lately, you know what I'm saying, I've been like, you know, being consistent, so like I might have some for people soon. Like, but I will say that I do have like a lot of tracks that like are almost done, and like a couple of the artists on tracks like Dayton and Zay Hill, and I got Jared Sanders on one.
Okay.
So like whenever I do, you know, finish up those tracks, like, you know, they're gonna be out there.
All right. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Well, question for you is, since you work with so many artists, within CHH, that I'm not gonna say they well, a lot of them are mainstream and they have a name out there. People know who they are. Is that something that you went out to try to get? Some of these artists with a name, or did it just happen that way that they found you?
Well, like my first time ever working with an artist, it was like Shawan, and I wasn't selling beats. I was trying to sell beats, but people weren't buying them. And like I reached out to him, and like he was like down to like like use one of my beats for his project. And ever since then, like I established a little relationship with him, and then we started dropping singles, and I accumulated like a little fan base, and people started hitting me up. And then like I started hitting people up, and they would actually respond. So like I did kind of go on my way for a couple situations, but like my first big situation with like Ishan, my boy KAG, like I had got Dissel's email. Me and him never worked, but he mentioned me on Twitter and followed me and said he like this beat that I put on Twitter. And like I got like, this was email, and I sent it to KAG, what I'm saying? Like we swapped, and he gave me Ishan's, and like I sent Ishan a pack of beats, and he picked like three, but he only ended up using one. And it was like the dead letter jank, and that it all happened from there. But like for real, that wasn't even the beat I wanted him to use. Like it was like two other joints I was like in the pack that he wanted. And I was like, yo, I can't wait to see what he do to these. But he didn't even use three. He just used one beat. And I was like, dag, and he used that one? I was like, ah. I was like, that's not even the one I wanted.
Oh, man. So
I still like what he did to it. But,
yeah. So you kind of sort of had the Kanye West story. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe there was a beat that he wanted Jay-Z to use, but he didn't end up using that one. He ended up using something else. And
oh yeah,
that one blew up and everything and things of that nature. So when you first, now, I don't believe I ever asked you this, but when you first started producing, and you released one of your tracks and everything, and then you heard one of your joints being used, and it was a popular artist, and that joint was being played all over the place. How did that feel? Was it like, oh man, I'm here, I'm about to quit my job, blah blah blah, or was it just like, well, yeah, that's cool, and just move on? I mean, how did that feel? Because for real, I'll tell you the truth, if it was me, everybody would have known. I'm like, yo, blah blah blah, I was spitting hot 16s on my track, so watch out, your boy is hot fire.
No, true life. Like that's how a lot of people feel. Like I felt like I felt kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I felt cool. Like yo, like this is like artists that like I listen to and everything. Like it felt surreal. Like I didn't really know how to like what I'm saying, take it.
Right.
To be honest, like what I mean, I felt great though. Don't get me wrong. Like I was super excited, super overwhelmed, but like I actually know how to take it. And like I don't really be like talking about myself a lot. Even when people ask me what I do, I was like, oh yeah, I just make music and like I work or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't really say much more unless people ask.
Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, man, you're very humble when it comes to that. You really don't. Just like the other day when when folks were on Facebook and stuff, and you were talking about getting on TikTok, doing your beats on there so that people can do duets and stuff. You were real, laid back or humble about doing that. You were honest about it. Like, hey, this isn't something that I really do. Hey, I'll try to do this, blah blah blah. But definitely, man. I mean, that's something that you definitely got to get yourself out there, which you already know that, and get
Oh
yourself
yeah, of
out
course.
there and stuff. But you have the, let me see. You have the traction already with the list of artists that have used your tracks and put it out and put music out on your tracks. You already have the traction. It's just the building of it and everything that's going to come, most definitely. So you can go ahead and quit your job and
Man,
just
that's
do
what I
this
want to
full.
do.
You know what I'm saying? Do this full time and everything. Um, So when you're and I want to find I want to hear an answer from a producer for somebody that's actually working that is making money off of it, things of that nature. So when you're listening to the radio, and
Hmm.
I know you listen to Drake and all them. You listen to his music and stuff or whatever. But when you're listening to the radio, everyday radio, regardless if it's gospel or not, are you actually first listening to the artist's lyrics, or do you listen to the production and how that person worked their production towards what you do?
Well, I'm definitely listening to that beat first.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I listen. That's what I'm listening for.
Okay. Okay.
Like they not focused on like the lyrics and like how they rapping on it. But I
Hmm.
want to hear that beat and like how it's mixed first. You know what I mean? That's going to determine if I want to keep on playing it.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, is there any producer out there that you would say, and I don't want you to name any names because I don't want you to hurt anybody's feelings or anything. Even if they're a hot producer, if everybody think they hot or whatever, is there a producer out there that you have at least 3 tracks that would just smash them?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a couple of homies, and like it's definitely a couple of homies that's like dope and like achieve way more than me. And I know I got a couple beats that will go toe to toe with them, but I'm I'm not gonna say I have like a catalog as broad as them though, because like my like production catalog is not where it used to be. Like I gotta like be way more consistent. But I just recently started being more consistent, so.
Okay. So how did you do that? How did you get yourself more consistent when you already know, which you've said that a couple of times now, that's been, I guess, your Achilles heel. So how did you start to change that?
like like recently, I'll say for the last few months, I just just been forcing myself to be like, you know what, let me just get up and just do it, and like I've been more inspired. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like just that passion's coming back slowly. It's definitely not where it used to be, but it's definitely coming back. Like I'm working on beats like every night. Like sometimes as soon as I get off of work, get out the shower, like I'll start making beats. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It feels so real, like I mean so right now. So
Okay.
and I'm submitting tracks again, you know what I mean? I got a couple low key things about to drop probably soon from a couple artists.
Okay. So when you said earlier that you were working on the EP, how does and I've always wanted to know that about producers. How do you all put your tracks together? Like, I mean, do you have a set list of artists that you're like, okay, I'm gonna put this project together. I want you on this project, or do they come to you and you be like, hey, well, let me use this track to put on my project? How does a producer put the EP and stuff together?
Well like I don't know how everybody else do it, but like me, like I will write down a list of artists that I know for a fact that I want to get on there and that's like realistic for me to get on there, and I'll like put it in my notepad or whatever, and then like I'll reach out to them, and like I'll either have a beat already or like come up with an idea, like along the line after they tell me that they want to be a part of the joint or whatever, and go from there. Like my track Jungle,
Hmm.
like when I dropped that, like like I dropped it everywhere and everything, but then like 2 years later, they not hit me up and said he wanted to use it for his project. So like like I let him use it, like I let him use it, but he cut off like one verse and like they changed the beat a little bit, like took away a couple things, but for the most part, like he took that track and put it on his project, and it was originally supposed to be a single for my like EP, but like what I mean, I let him have it because it was a better situation, and I have no clue when I'm dropping my EP.
Okay. Let's back to let them have it. The verbiage that you're using, let them have it, because some people out there listening, or they may listen to the recording later on, they may get confused and thinking that let them have it means that you're just giving it away for free or whatever, whatever. And I do understand if certain artists you probably will put your beat on loan because of the name factor and things of that nature. But you do charge for your work, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely charge for the work. But like when like like that situation, you know what I'm saying, you do splits. Like so basically he treated me like an artist on that joint. Like, you know, my name's on there as well as his name and the other artists featured and we all, get the split.
You know
That's
what?
that's how stuff like that works.
Okay, I've been seeing that a lot lately because I know I've seen a couple of tracks and I know the particular name would be a producer, but that
Yeah.
person is named on there just like they had a verse or something on there. So that's what
Yup.
that's all about then. Okay, okay. All right, see,
Yeah, like just recently they started doing stuff like that, like showing more love to the producer now.
and as they should. As they
No
should.
facts.
I mean,
Facts.
because it's just like on BET. I try not to watch BET awards that often, but sometimes I do. You know, I try to check it out, see what's going on or whatever, see if there's anything new far as verbiage and things, so I
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
so I can be up on the, the verbiage. I'm an old man. I gotta be up on that. But
Ain't no wrong with it. Ain't no wrong with it, man.
I'm messing with you. But I know on BET they were saying something about they're going to start having awards for, I don't know if it was BET or the Grammys. It was one of them. Anyway, they're going to start having awards for the writers. You know, people who were writing the music and things of that nature, and producers and things, in which I think that's long overdue
Facts.
because a lot of times without the, I mean, not a lot of times, but all the time, without the producer or whoever that made the beat, you're not having nothing but an acapella. So why not give, the shine to the producer, to the person who actually formulated, the element around the vocals. So, that was just crazy to me that wasn't happening way before now. Um, so when you're doing a track, and you're doing a track for a particular artist or anything, do you try to, and I know right now it's probably hard to do, get in the studio with the artist or whatever, but do you
Oh
try
yeah.
to get in the studio with the artist just to try to, help work with them with the track, or how does that go?
Well, I like that situation way better. Like, actually, no, I have a love hate relationship with that. Actually, like, I'm an introvert, so like sometimes like I don't even like, what I'm saying, being around people. It's like I have my days where I just want to like produce to myself because like people might do something like annoying, like because some artists like, what I mean, be doing too much. but like I definitely, if I vibe with an artist for sure, like I definitely like be in this. If it's gonna be like a huge, yeah, of course, I'm gonna be in there if they want me in there. I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, I'm not gonna knock down that opportunity.
Most definitely, most definitely. Do you have a price list or something like that? Or how do you go about charging for what, or for what project, or does it come at a project per project basis?
Well, like it really depends on what the artist want. Like I don't like doing leases. Like I don't like hearing a lot of people on the same beat. Like that's not the type of producer I'm trying to be. I just like submitting tracks and like and if it's like a artist that doesn't like have that much traction or whatever, like I'm gonna like sell them exclusive for a good price. I'm not gonna like do a lease. I don't like doing leases, but I definitely have a set price where I start at least, and I don't go under that unless it's like somebody that I really rock with or a beat I don't care about.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I know, I think you told me that you start off with $1,000 and then you go up from there. So
Oh no,
you
I
know.
wish I started at that. I
No,
wish I did
hey,
start.
hey, bro, I was trying to get you. I was trying to get you the cake, man. I was trying to get you that money. See, they didn't know I wasn't telling the truth.
Hey, my bad. Blocking my
Some
own blessings.
somebody be calling you up talking about some, man. I heard on the show that you start off with $1,000. Be like, hold on,
I got that. I got that for you right here. Hey, come on through. Come on through.
man, for real. So what do you do, man? I know everybody probably has asked you this before, but what do you do after the work is done? You done did the track and everything or whatever. You did your business. You gave the track to the artist. They put your name on the project and all that other good stuff or whatever. And then they end up putting booty verses on your track.
Oh my gosh, man. Yo, it's been so many. Yo, when I tell you, it's been so many times where like I've sold a beat to somebody. I'm like, oh man, I know they're gonna kill this, and then like they drop it or they send me the rough, and I'm like, yo, what am I supposed to say back to this? Or sometimes like I might just like the track on whenever they post it on socials, or
Right.
I might like whenever they send me the rough, I'll keep it honest because it's a rough, you know what I mean. But if it's a final track, I just push like, you know what I mean. I'll just push like or something. I'm not gonna lie and say the track is like super hard. I can't do that. But it do hurt my soul. I'm like, yo, I feel like I wasted a beat.
Right. How many times have you listened to a producer's music and you know it's not the production, but it's the way that the artist didn't ride the right track of it that
Plenty
made the
times,
track sound off?
man, plenty times. Like, cause like if a track got a fire beat, you're gonna hear that beat regardless. It's gonna be dope, kind of, even with the artist being trash on that.
Right.
So I'm gonna know for a fact if the beat good, but I'm gonna know off rip when the artists start rapping and they bad.
Okay.
But like people have like dropped like a artist has like a lot of artists drop like fire tracks sometimes, and then like the producer like their 808 might be out of key, and it's like dang, this was a perfect song, and then it's like that one thing just kind of mess up the whole song.
So a person like myself that has virgin ears when it comes to producers' ears, what do you mean by if a 808 is off? I mean I know how it sounds when it's on the radio or something like that or whatever, but what is it that you're listening for, far as with a 808?
You mean when I'm making the beat or like when I'm listening to a song?
Yeah, when you're listening to a song, how do you know if it's off or not? Because I wouldn't know.
Well, like it'll just sound like it'll be like kind of like when you in church and like a organist might have accidentally pushed the wrong key. It'll be some kind of like that. You know what I
Oh,
mean? It'll be like,
okay,
yo, this
okay.
is yeah. I could tell this is not the right note.
Okay, okay. That's dope. That's dope. So, what older music, not something newer, but what older music do you listen to get inspiration sometimes? Or do you even listen to older music
Oh yeah,
like, Diana Ross and the Supremes,
oh yeah.
old stuff like that? Who do you listen to get motivation, to start really jumping in and doing some work?
I mean, I listen to everything. Like I listen to stuff from the 30s, the 40s, 50s. Like not consistently, but
Hmm.
sometimes I might just randomly cut on a track. You know what I mean? I listen to like soulful music, like Willie Hutch. Like you said, Donna Ross, the Japanese, the OJ's. I sample stuff like that. I like that music.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, what is the rule on sampling now? Is it the same thing that you still have to get so much cleared, or is it just a portion of it that you can sample? How does
It's
that work?
it's a dangerous game, man. I'm gonna say that, like, cause like for real, I've sold a lot of records that had samples in it. Like even the record I sold to Dayton, um, that joint had like one of them joints had a sample on it. Like it was crazy. Like I didn't think that, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I knew because like it's a lot of people that do it, but like like you really like if the track get out there, like say the track like blow up, like
Hmm.
whoever like we sample, they can like get all the money for that track. They'll like if the track like go viral or something, the artist whoever is sampled, they might like hit you up and be like, yo, like and try to get it like a lawsuit on you type thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you just pay up the money that they asking for, which you probably won't have. So you gotta go to court.
Okay. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but like people producers sell a lot of records to like artists, and like they'll drop them on Apple Music and everything. But as long as the numbers don't go like millions and millions, then what I'm saying, you good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of everybody do it.
Right, right.
And if it blow up that much to the point where somebody got hit me up for some money, you can have that money because like that's promotion for me. So it's gonna be another one of these.
That's actually a good way of looking at it. I mean, if the joint end up hitting millions of streams, and then all of a sudden they caught the ear of the person who you did sample, and they're like, oh well, you gotta pay me. I'm like, okay, well I'll pay you, but my name is still out there, so
you know what I'm saying. Like you can have that, cool.
So I can go back and make something original, make something else, and people still gonna love what I'm doing. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I look at it. I try to look at it like that. I'm cool with that.
I feel you on that one, definitely. So what instruments do you play? Different instruments and everything, or do you just play by ear?
Well, like I play by ear. Like I don't really know. Like for I don't know how to play the keys at all like that. Just a little bit, barely though. But like I know enough to like pin in what I need, and like I know like regular chords and stuff. So I play the drums though as well. Like I started playing the drums in like 2011 for my church.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So outside of making music for individuals, for different artists, things of that nature, have you ever did any production for like video games, commercials, things of that nature?
No, actually, I'm trying to get into that, but I made a couple intros for podcasts and stuff, but like I never got any sync placements yet. But I definitely want some, so I'm trying to learn more about that.
Oh, okay. One person I know, well, a lot of people, but one person I do know that posts about that a lot is the artist Sparks.
Nah, I don't think I do.
Okay. Yeah, he posts a lot about placements and stuff, and he has some tracks and music and stuff on WWE. No, is it WWE? Yeah, AEW or something like that. But it's world known wrestling and stuff like that. He was actually on one of their releases. It was an album release that a couple of different artists got together, and he was on that. So, and he was on a couple of different shows on TV with his production and his music and stuff, because he's a rapper as well, a gospel rapper and stuff and everything. And his music has been played on a lot of different stuff like that, and he posts about it quite often. So I don't know if you'd be able to maybe find him and, pick his ear a little bit and see. And I know BRM. Do you know BRM?
Yeah, I know him. Like, well, I don't know him, but like, I know of him, and we friends on Facebook as well.
Okay, yeah,
he's a Christian rapper as well.
Right, yeah, him as well. BRM has had a couple of placements and things of that nature. I think one of his tracks and one of his songs was on a NBA commercial or something like that. So.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think right now that's the best bet. A lot of people, of course, they want their music to be heard by the masses and things of that nature. But if you can get yourself involved with TV and commercials and different things like that, then yeah, you're gonna take your career a whole lot further. A whole lot further out. So definitely.
No, that's a fact. That's another reason why I want to do it. Like that's definitely something I want to get into. Right. Especially if it's one of my favorite shows or something. It's like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that would be dope. Sitting there watching TV, be like, hold on.
Like, that's me.
My track.
Oh,
man, yeah, that'd be dope. Actually, I was watching this movie, and I can't remember what the movie it was, but it was a comedy or whatever that was out. And when I was listening to it, they had the scene that the women were at a tattoo parlor, at a tattoo shop, And when they walked in, this music was playing. I kept listening. I was like, hold on, that sounds familiar. And for some reason, I kept saying, nah, there ain't no gospel song, playing on this music. And then I listened again, and it was one of Andy Mineo's cuts. I was like, what?
Whoa,
Like,
that's
go
crazy.
ahead,
That's big.
dude. Yeah, I was sitting
That's
there like,
big.
wow. I was like, go ahead, Andy, doing your thing.
No, he's definitely been doing his thing recently. Like especially when that coming in hot thing went recent, like
Yeah,
went viral like a year or two ago. That was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they were playing that everywhere. I mean, I think they were playing that on sports shows and stuff. They're coming in
Oh yeah,
hot. So, I
everywhere.
mean,
I think the Kardashians started it up.
oh wow.
Like yeah, that's how it went viral. Like she put it on her Instagram story or something.
See, the funny thing about it is though, you notice when they take, when big name stars like Kardashian and NFL and all of them or whatever, when they use like Lecrae's music or Andy Mineo's music or any of those artists' music, they take the hook, either the hook or one part of the hottest part of the track, and they use that. It's never like the part that
Nothing about
says
God.
"I love Jesus." Exactly.
Of course, never. It's never gonna be that. You already know that.
it's
They
always
definitely not gonna do that.
it's always that part that gets you hyped, and then all of a sudden, when that part with Jesus, a guy come in.
It's like, nah, we cutting that off. We muting that.
Yeah, for real, man. But so if you had like tomorrow, if you woke up and you checking your email or whatever, and what would be your dream situation to happen that you can just call your boss and be like, you know what, I'm out, I quit.
Man, probably if I looked at my phone right now and if I woke up and looked at my phone and had an email from like Drake's management or J. Cole's management telling me that they like been like looking at my music or something, telling me that they want me to produce a whole album or something, or like work with them in any type of way, like I'm probably gonna put in my 2 weeks. Because they probably don't even want me to work. I just
Wow.
want you to work on this music.
Yeah, for real. Hey, at least you were nice enough to say you're gonna put in your 2 weeks. Could tell you the for real. I'll just be out. I'll probably be a no call, no show.
And
Like, hey,
I gotta make sure the situation right first. But trust me, I probably would be like that too. Like if I know the situation is right, oh yeah, I'm not coming in. I know I'm
right.
not coming in. The next day, of course not. I'm
Oh
not coming in.
man, I feel you,
All
bro. I feel you, man.
right.
Let the folks know out there, man, how they can get in contact with you. How they, if they want to track, if they need some work done or anything of that nature. Let them know how to get in contact with you.
They can reach me at Dre_Knows on Twitter and Instagram, and email at email is Dre Knows with two S's at gmail.com.
Right. All right. And where did you get that sound bite from?
Like the voice?
Yeah.
Or like my first one I ever got done was by my homegirl Letitia, and like she recorded her Verizon flip phone and sent it to me, and I mixed it down and started using it. But the recent one I've been using a lot came from my homegirl Trees, and yeah, she did a few of them joints for me.
Man, look at
So I got
that.
like a lot of tags that I like different like just choose from.
Right. Right. That's dope. That's dope. I always wondered if you went through a Fiverr or something like that and got that done. So that's dope.
Oh nah. I like dealing with people I know if I can.
You right? Shoot, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro, whatsoever. Because every time I hear that, come on, Dre knows. I was like, oh, I was like, here we
Hey,
go.
they had to get me right. They had to get me right. You know what I'm saying? I needed that.
Yeah, it's like there you go. You already know. It's just like when you hear Ravo, that's your Ravo.
Yeah, hers on fire. I like that J. That J definitely fire.
Oh man. when I had her on the show, I kept messing with her about that. Boy, she was dying. But yeah, man, definitely keep doing your thing, man, because you're laying a foundation and you're laying that path out for other folks to follow, follow up, man. Because that's why I said from the beginning, you're so humble with what you're doing. It's not even like you. I mean, not saying that okay, of course in the realm of things of having a relationship with our heavenly Father, yeah, you don't want to be all brash and come out and say, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that," and blah blah blah. And some people have no right to do that. But if you were to do that, people can't say you haven't done anything to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate that, man.
that's what I'm
I
saying, bro.
appreciate the love on that, man.
Oh, most deaf from you already know, man. I can't even remember now. We've been cool for so long. I can't even remember how we first met.
Bro, me neither.
So
I just know you did my first, bro. You did my first audio interview, man. Like
yeah,
I'm always gonna show love, bro. Whenever, I don't care if I'm famous, anything. I'm coming on your show whenever, bro.
it's all
Like
good, bro.
you
I
were definitely
appreciate that. I
solid
appreciate
dude from day one. Like
Appreciate
you
that,
never
bro.
changed up.
Most definitely. All glory to God, man. All glory to God. Because I know, matter of fact, when that's funny because when I did your interview, I was still working at my old job at the YMCA, and I actually did your interview from my cell phone because I had an app on my cell phone which was a call recorder app, and I recorded it. It was recording as I was speaking to you. So that's
What? That's crazy. Bro, I never knew that. You would never be able to tell because it sounded so clear. It sounded so regular. You know what I'm saying?
man, God, that's
And you were
what.
super professional on the joint too. You know what I mean? You were. I thought you was at a station or something. That's what it sounded like. You were super
Man,
professional with the joint and everything.
I
So
was sitting back inside of one of them rooms and talking to you. I was like, shoot, let me get this interview, man. Let me go. Let me get this interview from this brother doing these beats for all these big names and everything. So definitely, I was blessed to know you, blessed to have the opportunity, man. Most definitely, bro. So hey, it's funny, man, because I speak to a lot of different artists. And a lot of times, artists would say, "Oh man, you were my first interview." I'm like, "No, I didn't know that." I mean, because sometimes the artist would come on and they'll be so polished that I'm like, "Well, I never knew it." You know what I'm saying? And then you have some artists that come on that's I know they've done plenty of interviews and they're not as polished as some of the artists that haven't done any. So it's just,
it
all
do
the
be crazy like that.
yeah, all in the makeup of the person, man. So I guess I just thank God that He's allowed me to continue to keep doing this, regardless of how I had to do it, and that I never stopped doing it, no matter the trials and tribulations. Like I said, I had times that I had to record from my phone. I had times that I actually had to set up a Bluetooth speaker and I would have the person call in from my phone. It'll call from the Bluetooth speaker and record onto my tablet or something. So,
What?
so I mean, sometimes you just
Doing the
gotta.
old school.
Yeah,
That boy was
exactly.
doing it. You gotta do it how you can do it. Work with what you got.
Exactly, and that's the thing right there, and that's what I think a lot of the younger kids out here don't realize that it's like you don't understand the struggle that a lot of us had to go through. So you have it like your laptops and your computers, and you got these mixers that cost a little bit of next to nothing. So you really don't have that struggle to
Oh,
try to
facts.
figure out how to get an interview together or whatever. So definitely, man. So it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. Everything that God's put me through and let me go through to learn, what I know now. So definitely.
No, you definitely been doing your thing, man. I've definitely been watching over the years. Like your audience is growing. Like you getting more professional with the joint. I see you networking. A lot of people be showing love to you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. I appreciate it definitely, man. I mean, I don't take it lightly. And like I always say, shoot, you could be doing something else tonight. You ain't have to sit down and talk to me.
Man, I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me, man. It's been a minute, you know what I'm
Shoot.
saying? I'm glad we still connected.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Shoot, I don't see that going anywhere, bro.
Oh, of
Shoot.
course not. Like
Yeah.
whenever you free, we definitely got to set something up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That'll shoot. That'll be cool. Most definitely.
Of course.
That'd be real cool, man. Shoot. But yeah, bro. I mean, you got anything else you want to share with the people?
Well, not. I mean, not nothing important. Just that just want everybody to like stay blessed, and you stay blessed and appreciate the opportunity. And I'm gonna keep on working. I got some stuff coming. Couple I've been submitting beats, so a couple artists are going to be dropping a couple things. You know a couple, and the people probably don't know, but it's coming.
All right, cool, cool. I'm be keeping my ears open, man. Keeping my eyes open. Make sure I spread the word, help out, do whatever I can do, so that people would know that you have stuff out here.
I appreciate that, man. Like, definitely, I'm gonna start posting more. Like, this is actually something else I want to do. Like, say, I've actually recently I started like getting to like the house wave. You know what I mean? Making house beats. So like, I'm gonna start posting like house beats on my like SoundCloud because I really don't be showing love to my SoundCloud no more. So like, I'm gonna start posting on my SoundCloud again and like just putting random like remixes I do and beat flips.
Okay. Well,
But like, I've been doing a lot.
one form that I've seen not a lot, but I've seen a fair amount of artists started getting into and started doing it. And I'm not sure why yet, but they started doing a lot of country rap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been
So like a country sample to like with some trap drums on it or something.
right, right. Something I just been noticing a lot of artists coming out with the country twang. Like you have rare breed, which is an artist. He excuse me, he has a song called Country Twang, and that joint, I'm just like, man, okay. I mean, I like it. I like what they're,
It's just
I
different.
like what they're putting out. Exactly, I like what they're putting out. But it's like I've noticed him, and then a couple of other groups and artists and stuff starting to release things of that nature as well. So I was
Well,
like,
send
that
me a
might be
couple
something to.
links. Send me
Okay,
a couple
yeah.
links. I'll submit to them. You know what I mean? I'm willing to work with anybody, man. As long as they paying, I'll work with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely look out for them.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll send you a couple of things and let you, let you listen to it. At least you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm definitely
So
cool with that. Like, I'm always open to hear like new music. Like I said, I listen to everything.
yeah, me too. Me too. I'm shoot like rock, shoot all that stuff. Most
Me
definitely.
too. Blues, rock, country. It don't matter, bro. Like, if I like it, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm
Right.
gonna be blasting it too. I don't care who around. But you put it next to my car, you probably think it's a white boy. The whole time it's me. So it's a black man.
Oh my god, I've had that happen a couple of times before. Most
It be like
definitely.
that, man.
I be blasting
It
some
be like
rock and
that.
roll and something, and people looking over at me like,
They're like,
okay,
this guy playing this him?
yeah, exactly. But all right, bro, I'm gonna let you go, man, cause 5 o'clock comes early. So most definitely, I'm gonna let you go, and like I said before, don't be a stranger, bro.
Of course, of course. Same here, man. Take it easy.
All right, take it easy.
All
All
right, my
right,
guy.
all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes, yes. This is once
Can't wait till we
again.
say I do.
Woo! Yes, once again, this is your man Orlando Presents, and we just got through speaking to my brother Dre Knows. So make sure y'all get up with that, bro, man. If y'all looking for some fire tracks to get on your projects, things of that nature, man, the brother really be laying it down. So we're gonna go ahead and call it for tonight, man, because like I said, 5 o'clock comes early, and I'm not gonna say this for sure, but I'm definitely going to work on having an early morning show as well. And I know some of y'all are probably like, man, he going to stretch himself thin. But, hey, I love what I'm doing, man, and I just want to be out here and let folks know what's going on and what God is doing, not only in my life but in other folks' lives as well. And you have so much music out here that you have to keep yourself out there to be able to accommodate for how much is out there, for how much what people are doing, and I love the support. So, whatever I can do to support, and then plus I'm single, man. I'm single, so I have the time to do it. If I'm not at work, I'm here in the studio, thinking of another show or actually doing another show. So, yeah, early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, doing some morning traffic report or something. Oh, my goodness, that'd be so dope. The traffic report with your man's Orlando Presentz. Yes. But we're going to go ahead and cut it on out. Man, y'all have a peaceful night. This is Mr. Cut Right with The Ignition.
Let's get it started. Fueled up on faith in the tank where my heart is. Whole new world, no magic carpet. I'm living life like heaven's my target. This the ignition. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up. This the ignition. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, go bonkers. This beat slaps like Will at the Oscars. No cosign, his spirit my sponsor. Been sold out, we live in concert. Church on go, they cut the brake line. We spread that news that you won't find on Dateline. Blood was the price and King Jesus, he paid mine. Who need the juice when you know who the grapevine? Pedal to the metal, smashing on the devil. Do that joker bad like he play by Jared Leto. Crazy name Diesel like Dominic Toretto. And his love so crazy that it turned me to a rebel like yeah. Let's get it started. Fueled up on faith in the tank where my heart is. Whole new world, no magic carpet. I'm living life like heaven's my target. This the ignition. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up. This the ignition. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up. Ayy. We taking off like a discount. We finna wash anything they could dish out. They sound like Lucy accusing the brother that beat make you flip, then you better go dismount. Bible is living it out of the page. He give direction, we follow his ways. Cleaned up my life, now my inside is spiffy, but I bear his image, that's why I look grisly. Blood keep me covered like spraying the sheet. Christ on the cross, how he settled the beef. Church in the wild, call me Craig of the Creek. Please bow your head, cause I'm blessing the beat. Like yeah, let's get it started. Fueled up on faith in the tank where my heart is. Whole new world, no magic carpet. I'm living life like heaven's my target. This the ignition. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up. This the ignition. Crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up.